Hi, I'm JJ. I wanted to share a recent couple of book hauls that I had with you. I found a thrift store that was selling paperback books for 69 cents, and then they were 65% off, so I got a bunch of books there. And then also by my new work, I found a used bookstore, and they had a whole bunch of classics, either ones that were on my list or ones that I haven't heard of but now I'm excited to read. So I'm going to share my choices with you. So, Dear America, Notes of an Undocumented Citizen. This list is the ones that I've been meaning to read and were already on my TBR, so I picked them up. So that's what this list is. Just Mercy, Labyrinth Lost. I'm excited for this one because it's an Ecuadorian author. Nothing to See Here, People of the Book, Love in the Time of Cholera. I still have to read his 1,000 Years of Solitude, but I plan to read both. I was really excited when I found this one. This is book 3 of the Henry II trilogy that I talked about earlier in a channel episode, and it's the first book was when Christ and his saints slept, and so this is book 3. This one will deal more with Eleanor of Aquitaine, which I really enjoy her, and I am excited to see the fictionalized version of that story. The Persian Boy, it's about Alexander the Great, and Day of Infamy, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Anna Edis, I think I'm Edis. This is a translated work, Hungarian novel. So I'm that has been on my list just because I'm trying to read every country. The Many Daughters of Afong Moy, Cloud Atlas. I have been embarrassed to admit that I thought this was a fantasy story, but it's a World War II story, so it's a historical fiction, which made me even more excited to read that one. The Tiger's Wife, Where Angels Fear to Tread. I have loved every Forrester book I've read, so I'm excited for this one. Middlesex. I have been wanting to read this one for a long time, so I was really excited to find a used copy of it. The Last Temptation. This is a Russian book about the last temptation of Christ. Rousseau's The Confessions. It's supposedly the first modern autobiography. I don't know who judges that and why it's all European centric, but that is what it is. I have read Gone with the Wind and Scarlet. I did not know this book existed, but it's Rhett Butler's people, so it's his story and his backstory, so I'm kind of curious. I found this and it's, I thought I would give it a shot. The Photograph. I never heard of this one. I read the back. It sounds fascinating, and I am looking forward to reading this. Out of the ones that I got that I've never heard of, one that I'm most excited for is this one. It's In the Name of Salome, and it's talks about communist Cuba and the Dominican Republic, and it also has a queer side story in it, and I am just really interested in learning about that time period and those countries, and the fact that it's also queer is really exciting for me. And I mean, who doesn't love stories that have Salome in the title? I do. The Disappeared. This one sounds really good too. It's about the post-Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, and a guy who goes there to try to find any family members who are left as survivors, and I'm sure this will devastate me, but I'm really excited to read this one. another classic, The Tree Where Man Was Born. I love that title. And it's about East Africa, but I'm sure that it's a lot of colonization because it's a classic and it was first published in '72. So we'll see. This one fascinated me when I saw the title, and now I have to read it. Sorry. So this is Oscar Wilde and the Death of No Importance. It's a historical fiction, and it has Oscar Wilde teaming up with Arthur Conan Doyle to solve a murder, and the murder that they're trying to solve was Oscar Wilde's inspiration for The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is still one of my all-time favorite books. So I love Oscar Wilde. I've recently read a few Sherlock Holmes books, so I'm excited for this one. The Bronte Sisters, The Brief Lives of Charlotte, Emily, and Anne. I've read books from each of them, and I'm excited to learn a little bit more about them. I know somewhat, but you can always learn more. This one's from Sarah Waters. I watched The Fingersmith, but I've never read it yet. And this one, I'll wait for the car. This one is The Paying Guests, and hers are queer and also like a historical fiction / mystery thriller type of thing, so I'm excited for this. This one I have never heard of, and now I'm absolutely fascinated to read it, but it's The Memory Keeper's Daughter, and this is also historical fiction, and it takes place in 1964 when twins were separated, and one had Down syndrome and was supposed to be discarded of, but the nurse who delivered them took her and raised her separately. And so it's about how their lives are different and how they're could have been intertwined and now they're not, and if they're going to reconnect, or just having basically parallel lives, and how that will affect their relationship with themselves and with their biological or found family, I guess, is what it sounds like. So I'm not sure, but it sounded interesting to me. And the last one that I got was, I love the Reacher series, TV series, and this is one of the books. I don't even know which book this is or what this one's about, but I saw that it was a Reacher book, and I've been wanting to read one. So this one is Die Trying. So we'll see how it measures up to the TV show. I hope it's good. And that is my huge 2 days worth of book haul. I do not know when I'm going to have a chance to read them all, but I do have some that are moving way up to the top of the list a lot faster than others. So I will keep you updated.